It is so obvious that most people do not have no blueprints to their lifestyle, and some assume the role of the devil directly or indirectly here on earth. In this very story, we have 3 different characters of 4. Desmond, I don't know. I cannot describe the role he played here. An ex. And then the woman at the center of this discussion, she entirely doesn't have any plans for her life. Yes. From Nigeria, you got married, you slept with a different man. Over here in the UK, chatting with a different man. And should I call him the protagonist in this story? That man deserves an award. I've never seen anybody with such tolerance and patience level. Listen to this narration first, and then I would come back to talk about it.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Brian Dennis. Over the past couple of days, I've been receiving lots of messages, questions about the whole story that I got on Instablog about my brother and his wife that accused him of rape in the UK. I didn't want to respond because I had not heard from him, although we spoke today and he was able to provide clear context, about the whole issue. And his phone was seized. We both know that if you're dealing with a criminal investigation in the UK, they'll take your phone as part of investigation. So he's been able to get a hold of his phone, and then we spoke. And I'm just going to give you a summary of everything without wasting your time. Now, my brother got married in December, the love of his life. He's known this girl for 6 years. So it's not like he just met her somewhere. He's known her for 6 years. They've known each other for 6 years. 2 days after the wedding, he found intimate pictures, videos that she was exchanging with her ex-boyfriend. His name is Desmond, in the UK. Her ex stays in the UK. She and this guy are they're exchanging nudes, they are talking and everything. He found out 2 days after the wedding. 2 days. He also found out that this man had been processing visa for his new wife, this Desmond with the UK. Now, this Desmond is married though. He's married he's married to a wife. He has a wife there in the UK, a Nigerian in the UK that he's married to. But he processed visa for this babe. This is my brother's wife. So my brother's wife found out he was devastated. But of course, he didn't want to say I'm not marrying again, of which I know so many men will do, including me. He didn't do that. He said, okay, just cut off communication. The man requested, he said, cut off communication from this guy. That's all I asked for. We are married now. And the woman kneels down and says, oh, I will do that. His wife said, I will not do it again and everything. And that's how the matter ended. And the man requested a refund from UK visas, and they gave him his refund. I think, yes, I'm going to I have the screenshots for that. He gave him back his refund. Now, September this year, she gave birth. She had moved to the UK already. She gave birth. Now, before we go to the birth part, after they had moved to the UK, they go work now. Alright, she's a dependent, she never get work yet. He found out that she had resumed talking to this Desmond again with the UK. Look, that was processing her visa for her. She had resumed talking to him. They've started doing those crazy things. They exchanged this thing. So he was like, what the fuck is going on? And then she said, hey, in short, her UK number which she just get, she does on the text time already. Hey, what's good? She said, I'm sorry. And then she blocked him again. Now, alright, life goes on. By September, just about 3 months ago, she gave birth. Out of some curiosity, because we're in that area where DNA and everything, out of some curiosity, he went to do a DNA test. Alright, I'm going to put the result on the screen. He did a DNA test, and the DNA test confirmed that he is not the biological father of this child. Okay, he was devastated, but he was calm about it. He reached out to 3 family members, close friends, and then because of how the situation is in the UK, they told him, see, don't do anything yet. Just be calm about it. Just take time, alright? And so talk to more people, try to pick brains, this and so. He reached out to his pastor. The pastor said, okay, see, go and protect your family, alright? So he resolved in his heart, he was going to forgive her. Although the people that were advising were like, see, the guy will tell her the matter, she will go bring one false charge against you, alright? But he wasn't worried about that. He decided to forgive her. And then he went home on the sometime early November rather. He confronted her, told her, see, I know this child is not my own. You show that the DNA test result. I know this child is not my own. But I forgive you. The only thing you could do for me is that this child will not stay with us. Because I'm a student, yet I'm working, you're not working. I cannot now be doing childcare for a child that is not my own. The expenses is too much for a young man. I was like, okay, I'm going to work, think about it, and then let me know what happened. And when I come back, we'll talk. And she even now confessed who she suspects is the real father. My brother even called the man. And the funny part, the real father of the child back for Nigeria here is also a married man with 2 children. Apparently, she had sex with him 1 week before their wedding. Hey! 1 week before their wedding, she had sex with him and then got married to my brother about 1 week later. Now, my brother called him and said, "Oh, no quarrel. See, if I say you're picking, you get picking here, or how we go do?" And my brother said, "Hey, we're going to send the child over, and then if you want to do your own DNA test to ascertain whether you get them or not, also do your own. But this picking will stay with me." He was pretty calm about it. There was no violence, and then he even told his wife that, "See, plenty people just make her not tell you this matter because they fear say you go report me to, you go bring up one allegation or another allegation because they fear say I go remove you for visa and everything. I'm not going to do all of that. Okay, I'm not going to. I forgive you, but I cannot I cannot be hustling and taking care of a child that is not biologically mine. Forget the fact that he has been betrayed. This was the highest character he showed. All right. Now he went to work on the 27th of November. That was this 27th of November. He came back from work, and there were police officers in the house, and they arrested him. And these were the charges. He was taken to cell, and these are the charges: rape of an adult 18 plus. And this is the byline of the rape. Consent was given for sex, but consent was not given for ejaculation. Husband and wife. Consent was given for sex, but the wife said she no give him consent for him to ejaculate. What's that? Anyway, he was arrested. He spent 1 night in jail and was granted bail. And the bail condition was that he should not near his own house until 26th of January. These are part of the bail conditions. Fucking crazy, yeah? Now, here's the twist. We know this now because she came and confessed. Now, after my brother had confronted her about this child, you know what she did? She called, as she confronted her and went to work, she called her ex, okay, that's this Desmond guy. She called this Desmond guy, and now what did this Desmond, and told this Desmond guy everything. See you, Desmond and his wife, that's this Desmond that she's exchanging sensitive pictures with. She called him and told him and his wife. I'm not sure his wife knows that that the woman and the man, they did something. So, and then the wife is like, now this kind of thing, they fear you. Something will go find one allegation, lay against them. He go just spend 1 night for sale. So by the time he come back from sale, he go calm down. He tell them to do, go to see now waiting they run. Say they don't want down for one of their person away from Nigeria too. Can you imagine? And we know this because she confessed it. She confessed to my brother. So they now told her that, see, here's what we are going to do. Now, I didn't state this, but when he found out that she was chatting with this same Desmond with her UK number, it got so bad that at a point he said, okay, let me buy you a new phone. Collected that old phone and bought her a new phone. And there was one, bought her a new phone. Now when they tell this Desmond and his wife the matter of the accusation, the one where she don't catch her now. She don't talk and Desmond say, and the wife want to say, okay, they go Adam saying that coercive behavior, saying they coercive, and then she add rape. So they told her to do all this. In fact, she was so scared that she was like, this thing is looking very serious. They told her, no, say that just after one day go calm down, one justice and humble him. And she followed them and did this. And he was arrested. And these are the things that came after his arrest. He lost his job. Immediately, he was suspended from work immediately. Now, his DBS was updated. For those of you in the UK, you know what more that DBS means, that a rape charge has been added to his record in the country. What that means is that he cannot work in some places again for his life, just because of that charge. Now, and where he works before this charge happened was he works with children. He was immediately suspended. Sharp, no time. Now, he didn't have anywhere to go. He started doing Gwaja work in the UK. They work for factory. They do this. Even that's what he's still doing until now. Now, when the arrest had been done, was granted bail without his phone. Of course, he had to be using people's messenger to chat to me and talk to me and tell me what's going on. All right. So she was now like, and in this report where she give police, she know add the DNA. Now when my brother and the lawyer did this thing, they can't tell police everything. So even then they were like, met police were like, this kind of matter be this ejaculation without as in consent for ejaculation. All right. So but bottom line, especially in a married couple. So what we now know is that it was even the Desmond himself that sent the report to police. That got her a lawyer, sent the report to police. Now, as they were doing that one, as they granted him bail, investigation is still going on. They now told her that, see, this two don't do your husband, so you don't lose your job, this thing. He go remove it from a visa, or this is what we will not do. They started planning how she will get asylum. They told her that, okay, they will apply for asylum for her. They will add that. They came up with something they will apply for housing from housing council too. Then they said something very, very, very crazy that she will have to fake a phone call with somebody in Nigeria. Now she will record this phone call, and then this phone call, the person will shout, say, "Shebi, now you go report our brother to police. Anything make you come Nigeria, we go kill you." This was what they were contriving as evidence they will use to apply for asylum. And we know this because she confessed it, because the matter don't reach where we are getting to it. Can you imagine how crazy, how sinister people can be? Jesus. Okay, bottom line is that even when my brother was living on the streets, looking for money, doing all sorts of work just to this thing, they were still contriving, thinking of more ways. And then she, like say, she don't teach.
Married people, can you guys help us? Consent for bed action and then consent for ejaculation. Does that even exist among married people? If it exists, can you guys let us know? Don't ask me if I not marry, I never marry. I know I am a married person, but I don't understand which one is consent for action and then consent for the other one. It is crazy what is happening among some of African couples, especially the Nigerian community here in diaspora. I think the UK is worse. It's so common among Nigerian couples in the UK. I don't know why. What I don't understand is the role of Desmond in all of this. Just like Idris stated, because Desmond has been an ex. While this woman in this context was still in Nigeria, Desmond was already preparing a visa. I don't know what kind of visa he was preparing for this woman, possibly a tourism visa, that is visit visa or something like that, because it cannot be spousal visa. Why you saw the receipt, why preparing a visa for a woman whom you have finished with? You know that Desmond is also married, living with his Nigerian wife here in the UK. So they are living in lies. Yes, he has been lying to the wife while preparing a visa for the ex to come over. So had it been he succeeded, the ex moved over, he would still be chopping okokobioko if I thought he did not contribute. Because, just like Brian stated, the narrator of this story, 1 week before his brother's wedding, it means that this woman in question had bed action with someone else. Someone else, not even a single person. The man already has 2 children in Nigeria. Boom. Bele enter. Boom. She got married. And remember, 2 days to the wedding, whichever marriage they did, that was when the man found out that the wife-to-be was still chatting with the ex in the UK, in the person of Desmond. That wasn't enough. This man forgive. This man should be given an award for having a forgiving spirit and good character, you know, overbearing, enduring. They should change his name to Endurance. He really endured. Not every man would endure what this man endured. Then he forgave. He still went on to marry. They say he saw all the red flags. They got married. He still took this woman to the UK. Boom, getting to the UK, the woman did not stop. He started chatting with the ex. Who was who? Desmond again. And Desmond in marriage. What does this woman want out of this life? What? She's just living a complicated lifestyle. Her life is full of mess. Yes. You are married. Talking to an ex. The ex, Desmond, married with the family in the UK. And before you left Nigeria, you cross-bed action. A week to your wedding, carry belly. Some people don't want to be useful in this life. Some people's life, I don't know how they sleep, wake up, eat, go, laugh, without living the life of lies. Now, Desmond, I'm coming to you because I don't understand you. You and your wife, you know, teaching her how to plot evil against an innocent man is what I don't understand. Your wife would definitely do the same to you. Yes. Anyway, your wife too is evil. Desmond's wife, for both of them planning and coaching, you know, and coaching this woman on what to use and say against her innocent husband who had done her nothing but favor, but loved her. Yes, how to get an asylum, how to lie against. They finished the man. Yeah, because if you are involved with this kind of case in the UK, your DBS is totally affected. Do you know what that is? RAPPE in the UK. That's a big offense. You know, so it's just crazy. I know that a couple of people might be currently planning, you know, initiating on how to throw a man in their life away or a woman in their life away, especially a man. You know, in order to get asylum. When I don't hear them, asylum, no, they reign again. Asylum, no, they have changed the law. A whole lot has changed. They will even take whatever you have in order to use it for their own. And they will check if your country is safe and blah, blah, blah. They will investigate a whole lot. So if that is your plan, you know, they work again, repent. Yes, it's crazy. If you don't like somebody, don't say yes. Don't marry the person. Don't follow that person to Obodo for what you can gain, because it will backfire someday. Anyway, guys, this is it for this content. I don't know what your thoughts are, you know, but it's so pathetic. Please, let us repent and fear God in this life. The measure you give is the measure you will receive. It will not take time. Everything would burst. It doesn't last. Evil do not last. Yes, evil does not last. It's just clear. It fades away. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and keep coming back for more. When I get the part 2 of this story, I will bring it up here because it didn't end well, is it?